What's up, everyone? And this is Next Level Thinking. What's up, everyone? It's your host, Chris Holmes, bringing big things, making it to the next level, much more, here to bring you great inspiration so you can take it to the next level. And today I have my great, awesome, best time seller on Amazon, the truth, husband, and much more. He gonna get you energized and ready to go. I have one and only. Go ahead and tell him that. I don't even want to say it. It is.
It's Divine Encourager, guys. What's going on? Darius Bradley Sr. in the building with my brother, my guy, Chris Holmes. What's going on, man?
It's going good. Life is good. And I just want to go ahead and just start off like tell the audience a little bit about yourself, and we're going to dive right in. You see, I'm on the
Abs-
move, but
I
I'm
see you,
going to mute
man.
my mic and let you go.
Absolutely, Chris. I see you, man. I'm trying to keep up with you, man. I don't mind if you throw some of that energy my way, man. I would greatly appreciate it, man. But first and foremost, let me start off by saying thank you, man. Listen, like I said earlier, my gratitude definitely, man, goes well beyond verbal expression, man, for you sharing your passion, okay, and your platform with me, man. And not only that, but for you being the obedient kingdom man that you are, and the illustrations that you are putting on display for each and every one of us to follow, man. So listen, you are a great impact of influence and also an empowerment to the universe. And with that being said, yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. It's all about sacrifices. Sometimes I'm not going to lie, I don't like it myself, but it's all about, going past those growing pains because you got to be a service to others, and never know who's watching, making an impact to the community. And as you get stretched in different kind of ways, you grow as a person, but you also strengthen others as well. But enough about me. Let's go back on to you.
Man, blessings, Chris. Blessings, man. I echo everything you just said. Well, listen, guys, thank you for letting me and welcoming me here today. My name is Darius Bradley. I'm also known as Divine Encourager. Who am I? First and foremost, I am a kingdom man. I am a proud husband and father of three. Okay. I am the owner of Full Ability Differently Abled Apparel, an organization. We are a company. I say company, but we're truly a family that caters to our disabled community, our differently abled community. My wife and I, we have a little girl that's on life support. She's actually one of the longest living individuals in the world, okay, with the severity of her syndrome. She's deaf, so we all communicate by sign language. I have two phenomenal sons, Darius Jr. and Daniel. That's my baby boy. Deonce is my daughter. My wife is Desiree. All right. I'm also an investor. I'm an encourager speaker. I'm a best selling author. Along with my brother Chris, we share co-author a book. Thanks to the blessing of our brother, visionary author Chip Baker. Okay, the impact of influence. Chip and I and Chris and I and several other of our brothers are blessed to share that platform of impact together. Okay, guys, I do so much in the community. Okay, real estate, you name it, I'm everywhere. Acting. Okay, but my passion is working with our differently abled community. As I expressed earlier, we own a company, my wife and I, Full Ability is the name of the company. We're known for our t-shirts that read very positive messages in our differently abled community. And also, guys, listen, I'm passionate about just life itself, right? Because no one knows how many tomorrows remains for any of us. And then I say that, guys, I say that with everything in me. Okay, I say that with everything in me. So I take no days for granted. I take no moments for granted. I'm not going to take this opportunity to share Chris's platform with him as we're talking to you, the viewing audience, our extended family. Guys, listen, I'm not going to waste your time. I know your time is valuable. So every word that comes out of my mouth, okay, like Chris said, enough about me, but it's about the message, okay? It's about the message. It's about breathing life that's going to add unconditional value to your lives. Okay. And so that's what I'm all about. As I expressed earlier, I am an encourager speaker. And the field that I most like working in with this is in our differently abled community, working with our special needs moms, working with our special needs dads and siblings, okay, working with our special needs families, period. All right. I know the behind the scenes of that lifestyle. okay, because I live it each and every day. And it's not to exempt or exclude, it's all about inclusion, right? So when I say our differently abled community, we're all differently abled, right? We all have something that we're doing differently that can add value to each and every one of us. So when I say differently abled community, trust me when I say I'm talking about inclusion for all.
And I'm glad you brought up that. I want to kind of dive right back into what we were saying earlier, like maximizing the time of everything, because you never know. Utilize every day, because you never know when it's going to be your last. But I want to actually let you push that even further, because you always want to live every day as your best life. Give your time to the ones that are close to you and love them much more. Now I know there's going to be times of sacrifices to grow something of a better good, and we all have growing pains to like to do that much more. But it's all about building. So go ahead and take the stage on that.
Man, you know what, Chris, you're absolutely right, man. I totally 100% agree with you on that. It's all about building. It's all about not taking anything for granted. And it's all about bettering your best self, right? So each and every day, know that this day, okay, is not a reflection of any days that pass, because we've never been alive on this day. Who are you today? Okay, what did you learn previously that you can bring into today that's going to enable you? Not only you, but those who are attached to you, the things that are attached to you, to become better than their best, than for you to become better than your best, for you to add value that you've never added before. And most times, I truly believe this is just personal belief and me speaking from experience, adversity, okay, the pain that we're often running from, okay, is the very thing that's going to provoke us, that's going to catapult us, that's going to push us to the next dimension, whatever the next dimension is for you, spiritually, okay, mentally, physically, financially, and beyond. I'm not talking about one particular area, just like Chris expressed earlier. Okay, we have to take full advantage of the opportunities that we have right now. And if the opportunities aren't presenting themselves, guys, maybe it's for us to produce that opportunity for someone else, you know?
And I want you to go even further about like going beyond to that next dimension, because there's going to be a lot of times when people are uncomfortable. So go ahead and put some more emphasis on that.
Absolutely. And I'm happy that you brought that up, because being uncomfortable, okay, is the very tool that's needed to get you to whatever the next level is. I say that because of this. The moment we become comfortable, we stop losing the weight. The moment we become comfortable, we don't push the envelope to go beyond where we already are at this moment. Listen, guys, it doesn't matter what it is that you're trying to do. Build a better relationship, okay? Become a better husband, become a better mother, become a better, whomever it is that you're trying to better your best in, okay? Whatever it is that you're trying to better your best in, to go beyond, you must add being uncomfortable as a part of the process. Why do you say that, Darius? I'm happy you asked. Okay. Our pain. Listen to me with your heart. Okay. Not with your ears, because you'll totally miss out on everything that I'm illustrating at this moment. I need you to look at where you are right now. I don't care if you're having the greatest time of your life or the not so greatest time of your life. It doesn't matter.
So
Apply.
I got to go ahead and add on this. Like, what is
Yeah.
your why? Because you going with this great energy and much more. But I know if you can make that, it makes it so much relatable.
Man, okay, your reason, your why, and your purpose will enable you to do the things that you are telling yourself that you cannot. Okay, your reason, your why, and your purpose will enable you to cut off the opinions of everyone else and stop painting them as your reality, because they're absolutely not. Listen, your why will help you. Okay, your why will strengthen you. Your why will push you to an area that you'll never get to being comfortable. That's why it's important to be uncomfortable, because being uncomfortable, what do you mean by that, Darius? Listen, as I said earlier, my daughter is on life support. I had to save her life 3 times by myself. And that's not to take any credit away from my wife, who is phenomenal, by the way, phenomenal mother. Okay, she just wasn't home at the time. Chris, I had to do something that was very uncomfortable to save my daughter's life. I had to give her CPR. She's on life support. She's on life support. She has no chest plate. So you can't just administer CPR and mouth to mouth and push into her chest like you would normally do someone who has a chest plate. I had to remember my teachings from Texas Children's Hospital, and I had to massage the chest with my four fingers, and I had to get in there and administer mouth to mouth, and I had to get in there and disconnect her from her machine and do the things that I was taught. Was I comfortable? Was I confident? No, I was afraid. I was very uncomfortable, but I had to muster up because my why, my daughter, okay, that's one of my whys. My why was dependent on me. My why needed me to do this. My why needed me to save that life at that moment. Had I not, had I let the fear taken over, okay, which is false emotions and or expressions appearing real, and had I let the fear taken over, okay, had I let being uncomfortable stop me, my little girl would not be here today. Guys, you're gonna have to shake yourself up. Okay, stop pointing the fingers at everybody else. Stop pointing the fingers at the situation. It's you stopping you.
Wait a
Okay.
minute now. We talking about accountability right here. So you got to
Yes.
go even more on that because a lot of times so many of us like to throw things onto other people instead of taking accountability for our own actions because each and every decision actually leads to your own pathway. So go ahead.
Man, Christian, make it so hard and challenging for me to follow you, but I love it, man. Listen, taking into account that it's you. Ownership. That's the word. Many of us do not want to take ownership. We're quick to sing somebody else's song. What do you mean by that, Divine? What Chris is doing wrong? Where Chris needs to make adjustments? What about Darius? What about you? Listen, you point the finger at you. Be transparent. Be organic. Okay. The moment you take ownership, it will free you. It will free you. Okay. And he who is free, who the Son has set free is free indeed. Ownership will do that for you. Ownership will do that for you. You know where it is that you need to make adjustments. Okay, make them. Don't wait on anyone else to tell you. Okay, you give yourself the raise at the job. Okay, you pat yourself on the back. Okay, without no one being in front of you. It's the things that you do in the darkness when no one is around. Okay, it's the things that you do when you are the crowd. It's the things that you do when you're the only one that's jumping up and rallying for you and telling you to keep going. Ownership will keep you where you are. Ownership will catapult you where you need to be. But listen, don't wait on the opinion and or the experiences of someone else telling you, hey, Darius, you should. Hey, Chris, you should. Hey, Chris, you should
Now,
not.
now I got
Man,
to go dive into this because like that is very important because so many people and there's nothing wrong like to have encouragement from other people, but it's a lot of times it's times when you are doing things on your own, when nobody is seeing you training, when nobody's seeing you making the writings, and when nobody's seeing you put on this effort. That is what's going to actually pedal you, push you to the next level. So go on the importance of taking the action, even when nobody's looking, because I know in times of social media, we like to have all that attention and much more, but go ahead and push that emphasis even more.
man, you I apologize, guys. Technology, I'm back.
Hey, look, I'm on the move too, so you good. It's all organic.
I'm back, man. Hey, man, Chris, we're keeping it organic, guys, and that's what we're talking about. The things that you're doing in the darkness, guys. Listen, think about some of your favorite sport players. Okay, what happens when a LeBron James get hurt? Okay, you see the highlights on ESPN of the injury time and time and time and time again. But no one sees what it's like after the surgery. No one sees the highlights of him having a surgery. No one sees, okay, what's going on mentally, the thoughts that he's having. Okay, no one sees, okay, the therapy that he has to go through.
See, I'm going to give you an alley oop on this one. Go even further on the thoughts is that because a battle can be win or loss when it starts with the mind. So I want you to continue, but I think you should put extra emphasis on that because if you lose it here, you're not doing anything else.
Absolutely. Thoughts become things. And I don't care what it is. Thoughts become things. So listen, the strength that you're looking for, it starts in the mind. Okay. The money that you're looking for, it starts in the mind. Okay. The weight that you're trying to lose and or gain, it starts in the mind. You have to finish the house before you start building the house. If it's not completed twice, then it's not completed at all. As Chris expressed, what are you thinking? Sometimes it's self-sabotage that is stopping us from becoming better than our
That's a
best.
mouthful.
Woo-hoo! Man, listen, not only are we listening to the outer voices, okay, we're being encouraged by the inner voices that we cannot do something. Okay, listen, you're going to have to break away from others. And listen, most importantly, you're going to have to break away from you, because there's another you that's living inside of you that have not yet emerged because of the limited thinking that you're producing on a daily basis. What if you drop those opinions? What if you drop those thoughts? What would your life look like right now? And who's depending on you? Whose life will have the added value that you seek if you stop the marginal
Now
lifestyle?
I gotta throw you another alley because you hit on something that impacts everybody's life. We're so worried about what people are saying about
Mm.
our own life or their opinion that we stop even our own dreams or pursuing that job or much more, or you just stop doing something completely because your family don't like it or your coworker or even the most hurtful, even your spouse, because this gets deep. These are the kind of conversations that nobody likes to talk but needs to be addressed. So go ahead.
So you know what, man? I'm so happy that you brought that up, Chris, because you hit on something I think a lot of us can relate to, when it's more than just us that's dependent on each calculated step that we take. Okay, what happens when your wife don't believe in you? It's not that she don't believe in you. She's never had the opportunity to see you produce the results from the things that you're talking about. See, it's easy to believe it when you can see it, but we're talking about faith now. Okay, not everyone is going to have that same energy that you have about something that's not yet produced, something that's not yet seen. When it's an idea, okay, you're going to have that same day one energy, okay, even well beyond day one. Okay, people often push away or shy away or do not encourage and or promote your idea because you talk about it. Say it one time and then grind. You asked about your why. Spread your why and then fly. Listen, you say it one time, put in the work. You don't have to keep talking about you're a champion. You don't have to keep talking about you're the greatest student in the world. You don't have to keep talking about the things that you did in the past. Listen, bump the past. We're not talking about the past. We're talking about right now. What are you doing right now? Stop showing everybody the pictures. Stop showing everybody your bank account from 2 years ago. We're not worrying about the house that you used to live in. Listen, what are you adding today? Where are you going today? Your wife and or your husband and or kids are not believing and or not having the same energy that you have about this newfound idea, because you're still not showing the results from 2019. You're still not showing the results from 2020. Listen, what is your 2019 that you are celebrating at the countdown? 10, 9, 8. Happy New Year. You're still having to make good on those resolutions that you have not. And you're adding and compounding in the wrong way. This is called improper leveraging. Listen, say it one time, produce the results that you talked about, move on to something else, and I promise you, before you can even talk about it, you'll have investors in your life. And I'm not just talking about financially. Your wife will clap you up. Your wife will get underneath there. Your wife will solidify her foundation with you. Your husband will do the same thing. Your kids will do the same thing. Listen, you'll start believing in you. You'll walk differently. You'll talk differently. Listen, ownership, we talked about it, right? Yep, you're not going to experience this if you don't take ownership. Being uncomfortable, right? Yep, we talked about that. You will not experience next level thinking, next level living if you don't put in the work, if you don't put in being uncomfortable along with the process, if you don't add ownership along with the process. You can skip the other question that Chris asked about going beyond. You're not going to go beyond. And I say it with all due respect. Listen, I took ownership and told me, Darius, you will not go beyond where you are right now if you do not put next level thinking into action. Say it one time and then grind. Don't go run tell your wife about it. Don't go run tell your mama about it. Don't go run tell Chris about it. You just do it. Do it. And everybody will clap it up for you. Okay, those who are, let me correct that. Those who are supposed to clap it up for you will. And those who are not, listen, they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do too. Not everybody like the same team. Not everybody rocking the same jersey. I'm a Saints fan. Atlanta Falcons don't like us. I know that going in, and I'm okay with that. Get an energy, take that energy and get something from it. Take those booings and get something from it. Okay? Take those naysayers and get something from it. And the only way you can do that is by being unconditional. Don't attach expectations to anything. Okay? Feel the emotions, but don't become emotional. What do you mean? Feel those emotions. We're human. Go through them. Grow through them, but do not add the AL to the end of that word, because the moment you do that, the steering wheel that you're holding on to, you just lost control. You
Wait,
just
now,
lost
no,
control.
wait a minute. You throwing haymakers out here. Serious haymakers. You Mike Tyson knocking people out in the first couple of rounds, but that is so. You had so many bullet points and notes, and I'm like, whoa, I'm about to replay this, and I'm the host over here. But but I'm trying to gather myself. I'm like, wait, I wasn't expecting. I wasn't ready. But woo, there's so much into that, and then just like taking action and just doing it.
Yeah,
And so many of people are afraid to just even do that among itself.
yeah.
But just doing it when no one is even clapping you, or just doing it beyond the naysayers, there was so much value into like what everything you were saying is like crazy and unbelievable. So what will you say to the person who's in a situation where no one loves them and they always getting criticism, to help them go further? Or they're almost to that last dollar. You know, people in those kind of moments. What would you tell them?
I tell them you're going to find yourself in a position of no retreat. Okay. Love thyself first. Okay. No one else will
You
never
got to
love
say
you.
that again. You
Oh,
got to.
man. We're going to rewind it. We're going to rewind it. Okay. Love thyself first, with the knowing that God loves you more than anyone could ever love you. Okay. And for those who believe differently, okay, know that you have a love in you that you can provide for yourself that no one else can ever give you. No one else can ever give you. And if you're waiting on others to give you something that you're not even giving yourself, then what will it matter anyway? If you're not even giving it to
That's a
yourself.
whole sermon among itself, because I know so many people that can't move without the validation or love from others. But you got to love yourself first, because once you start doing that, if you do get love and applause from others, it's, felt much greater. But at the end of the day, you gotta go to sleep to yourself. You gotta look yourself in the mirror and much more. You're gonna still be fighting this battle for a lifetime. And the people who are clapping for you may not be clapping all the time. So that is very deep.
Big time, man. I truly echo and piggyback everything you just said, man. A lot of us are waiting to be confirmed. Okay, listen, let me encourage you by saying this: you, me, we do not have to chase what God has already placed.
Now wait a minute,
Okay,
you gotta say it again. I know I'm making you repeat a lot, but you
man,
just
it's
drop
all
a bomb.
good. I said you, me, we do not have to chase what God has already placed. You don't ever have to go after something that you already are. How many times have you found yourself telling someone, hold on, I'm looking for my phone and I can't find it? Man, I know I just had it. I said it right there. Man, hold on, you're losing it. You're losing your mind, and you're looking all over for the very thing that you're talking on, the very thing that's in your hand. How many other areas are you doing that in? You're looking for the relationship that you already have. You're looking for the love that's already there. Okay? He placed it where we cannot lose it. It's within. Okay? It's within. It's painful to dissect yourself. Okay? But once we dissect the pain and we take our right and our left hand and we dig inside of there, we're going to feel something. And that's our purpose. Okay? You pull that purpose out, that's the gift that you receive. Okay? And when you share that gift, okay, the very gift that was given to you, you become that very thing. You
And,
become that very thing.
and at that point, you're walking within your purpose, and that is the main thing. You walk within your purpose. You go through fear, and
Mm,
you step with faith, knowing that everything will be all right. And that is the
mm,
biggest challenge for. I'm even speaking for myself,
yeah,
because once you get beyond that, anything is possible.
yeah.
It's crazy how, as a human nature, we come to the point thinking that we can't obtain things, when the great creator himself said, anything you ask or desire, just ask. And from there, you can receive.
You can receive. And you're absolutely right about that, Christian. I think a lot of times the way that we think we're going to receive something, if it doesn't go that way, exactly the way that we saw it, that's when the pain comes through. Okay, you go inside with a bundle of flowers and a cake for your wife because you're excited And in your mind, you're thinking she's going to run up to you. And I keep saying your wife, guys, because I'm happily married for 25 years. I know all of us aren't married, and
I'm
that's
taking
okay.
notes though.
You know what I'm
I'm taking
saying?
notes. I'm trying to learn.
Absolutely. So I'm just speaking on that. But this goes for anyone and everyone, and whatever your situation is. Don't expect it to go the way that you see it within. Okay, it's not always going to go that way, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to go. Okay, so when you come home with the flowers and the cake and you're excited and you think wife is going to run up to you and put her arms around you and hug you and jump up and down and I love you, honey, and I love you, honey, and she doesn't do that, and it doesn't happen that way, and you're waiting on her. She sees the cake, she sees the flowers, but you have no idea what kind of day she had. You had no idea how challenging her day was. All she wanted to do was get home, okay, take her
I'm
shoes
receiving
off,
now. I'm receiving now.
woo, and unwind. She had a road rage person on the side of her, blowing and honking, and she kept her head straight. Her boss, was in his feelings or in her feelings today. Or if she's the boss, she had a hard time with her employees and all of this whatever kind of day that she had, okay, before coming into contact with you. That's the reason that she's not doing and or performing and or expressing the way that you expected. Okay, but it does not mean that she does not appreciate it. It does not mean that she's not happy. Guys, listen, she's still winding down too. Your child is still winding down too. Your husband is still winding down. Whomever it is, your brother, grandmother, whomever it is, whatever it is. Listen, know that when she take her nap, when she had an opportunity to chill out and she walks back to the kitchen, she's going to love on you in a way that you didn't even expect. She's going to appreciate you in a way that you couldn't even perceive, okay? Because she had the time to come back to herself. She had the time to debrief. She had the time to detoxify herself, guys, okay? Now she can receive what you are giving her in the way that she organically should. She organically wants to. Because had you got the kiss in the beginning, had you got the hug in the beginning, it would have been an attaboy. It would have been a peck. And you wouldn't have appreciated that. But now she's coming with the total package. He's coming with the total package. Your brother's coming with the total package. Whomever is coming with the total package. Take your expectations and cut them. Drop them. Get rid of them. I don't care what you do with them. Just don't hold on to them because they will let you down each and every single time.
After that, close out with a closing statement. Cut. And then after that, let them know where we can find them because that's too much. That's too late from there.
Absolutely, man. Well, I want to end this by saying that this is not the ending. Okay, we're still becoming. So, guys, listen, whether Chris and I are in your lives close up 3D or we're doing it from a distance, know that we're still becoming. I want to thank my brother Chris once more for blessing me to share his passion and his platform. Once again, I watch Chris daily, guys. I'm encouraged and empowered and converted. That's the key word. Converted daily by Chris's examples of being unconditional and righteous. So I thank you, my brother, again. And so, guys, listen, wherever you find yourself right now, okay, whatever it is that you're doing right now, whether the uncertainty has you at a standstill, okay, whether the turbulence have you at a standstill, guys, listen, know that the turbulence that we are experiencing at this very moment, that turbulence is not there to make you land your plane, but indeed, that turbulence is there to enable you to become better pilot. So continue to throttle up and keep on flying because you can. Guys, listen, you can find me on Facebook at Darius Bradley Sr. / Divine Encourager. You can also find me on IG, Instagram at Divine_Encourager_. That's at Divine_Encourager_. On Twitter, you can find me as Divine Encourager, Divine Encourage One. And also on YouTube, you can find me under Divine Encourager. And also on Clubhouse. Okay, you can also find me at Go Get It. I think it's Go Get It. Yeah, it's either Go Get It or Divine Encouragement. Guys,
I
I'm
got
new
you.
on
Just go ahead and
Clubhouse.
send it. I got you.
Yeah, just I'll throw it out there. Chris will share it with you guys. But listen, most importantly, find you first. Find God, find you, and everything else will fall in place, guys. So be encouraged, be blessed, know that you are loved. by someone higher than any of us. Know that you have a love inside of you that you can express to yourself each and every day, and know that everyone else opinion is not your reality. So don't paint it as such. This is Full Ability Dad, Divine Encourager, Darius Bradley Sr. Go get it. God
And
bless.
and with that, I'm gonna go ahead and say he already told his name and ended off by dropping the mic. It's your host, Chris Holmes, doing big things, bringing you great value and inspirational guests to do big things and take it to the next level. Peace and much love.